Hello, potato. Now, I'm no meteorologist, but it's summertime, and I can tell you, it's hot, honey. So it seems like a great time to check out Utz Mike's Hot Honey, naturally and artificially flavored with other natural flavors, potato chips. Utz, you know, it's one of those fun little brands. It's like a no-name brand that's like ubiquitous. I've seen a lot of things over the years that don't say Utz on the front like this does, but if you look on the back label, it does say made by Utz. Like these really nice white cheddar cheese puffs that were, like, in the springtime they were sold as cottontails, and at winter they were sold as snowballs. And if you looked at the back of the barrel, in a little print down the bottom there, it did say they were by Utz. I think a lot of IKEA's packaged food, the like non-specifically imported from Europe stuff, was Utz. I think the potato chips were, and I think their coffee says like Utz certified on it. I'm not sure that Utz is even how you pronounce it. It could be Utz, I don't know. It's a brand that you, at least I, don't see like front labeled like this very often. So not only is there Mike's Hot Honey potato chips, there's also from Utz Mike's Hot Honey mixed mini pretzels, which come in 3 lovely shapes: your traditional twist, your ring, and your waffle. Sadly, isn't like a snack mix version, because I probably would have preferred to try that. But yeah, so I saw these while shopping. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure, I know a couple years back I bought a bottle of hot honey. I don't know if it was Mike's Hot Honey, but I was going to do something with it. I never did. I probably could have used it in that recent sauce video, couldn't I have? Although, I mean, you don't dip fries in honey, do you? At least I don't. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, and that's fine. If you do, that's fine. So what do we have here? We have a bag of family size. Family size. This is family size. This is the size of a normal bag of Lay's, but this is family size. Apparently, Utz kind of keeping in that IKEA thing. It's family size chips in 12.5 square inches. Yeah, that is very small for family size. I mean, I guess if you're eating these in the proper portions, I guess maybe a family is eating them all in one sitting. Maybe that's it. It's not meant to be like family size multiple sittings, like family size one sitting, because this bag contains 8 servings of about 20 chips each. So I guess, I mean, you know, maybe a family of 2 parents and 2 kids, 2 servings each, or I suppose you can justify it that way. But those words back here, the original Mike's Hot Honey logo there. Let's read the words. Get ready to experience game-changing hot honey flavor. Utz teamed up with Mike's Hot Honey to cover our classic Utz potato chips with a 1-2 taste punch of honey flavor, then heat. Just one bite of this seriously delicious chip will have you reaching into the bag for more. Not a lot more though, because this is family size and you do need to leave some for the rest of the family, because there's not a lot here. What's there on the back of the minis? Are there different words? There are similar words, but they talk about Mike's Hot Honey Mixed Minis, 3 fun bite-sized pretzel shapes all in one bag. Experience the satisfying crunch of mini pretzels perfectly seasoned with Mike's Hot Honey flavor, and then it just repeats the 1-2 punch reaching for more. So these are 120 calories per serving, and it's about 13 pretzels per serving. So you get more servings of pretzels here, but this is not family sized. This is family sized. This is not family sized. At least, not that I saw. Yeah, it doesn't say family sized anywhere. That's weird, because you technically, if you're going by the serving, you're getting more. So we have in here, I mean, fairly small ingredient list, right? It's potato chips. There shouldn't be that much weird stuff in it. Potatoes, vegetable oil. Could be lots of different kinds of oils. Sugar, honey powder. So honey is actually in there. Honey powder being more sugar and honey. Salt, MSG, the usual stuff. Spices, paprika, turmeric, but those are for color. So the spices are just spices for the heat. We don't get like a breakdown of what the spices are. On our pretzels, wheat flour, vegetable oil, sugar, salt, honey powder, MSG, malt syrup, lactic acid, natural flavors, paprika, color, turmeric for color, yeast, and baking soda. So, yeah, no idea what the spice is coming from, but, well, there's actually honey in it. I mean, honey powder. There's honey in the honey powder, though, so that is something. So, yeah, let's break these open and check them out. check out our hot honey potato chips. I'm not normally a big like honey potato chip person. I think Lay's has like a honey butter flavor right now that I have been hesitant to try. Oh, they smell very, a lot of empty space in that bag. Now, you know, you're paying by weight, not by volume, but still, you're gonna tell me it's family size and then give me a bag that's the same size as a normal bag of Lay's and then have it be half empty. It's a little off-putting. And then there is our pretzels. So you can see they are covered in powder. It's a very, gives them like a very weird, very thick, I think. Certainly thicker than a Lay's chip. But yeah, you can see that coating of honey powder on there. It smells a little of honey. Yeah, it smells a little honey-ish. It's not like overpoweringly so. Maybe if I smelled the whole bag instead of just a chip. Try pretzel. See, those just smell of pretzel. Those pretzels have a stronger smell though. Yeah, if I smell the whole bag, I get the honey scent off of that one. So I'm guessing it should be really strong on this one then. Actually, honestly, smelling the bag, I get more potato than I do honey. That's interesting. But I can smell the honey on the chip better on that one. I can smell the honey in the bag better on this one. So let's give them a try. And that's huge. Let's try a smaller chip. There we go. I think it's the one I actually picked up originally. Yeah, they're fairly thick. You look like they do cut them with the skin, or at least like kind of half-assedly peel them. I don't know. Might be skin all the way around. Maybe not. But that's fine. I don't mind a little skin on the chip. Let's give it a try. That is a weird sensation. I immediately get the sweetness in the tongue, and then the heat in the back of the throat, and it almost moves forward onto the tongue. Like, I felt the heat in my throat first, and then on my tongue, and it's actually getting stronger the longer I talk. The chip does feel maybe a slight bit thicker, a little slightly bit more resistance than, say, a normal Lay's chip, but not so much as it's, gonna really affect your experience of eating a chip. I mean, as much as eating a chip is an experience, it doesn't like alter in any negative way. Maybe it's a little bit more there, but it's not super hot. It's not like, habanero, ghost chili. I'm gonna say it's a little bit more than, say, like a spicier nacho Dorito. It's got some actual heat to it, to the point that if you don't like heat, you probably wouldn't want to eat more than one or two of these just to try them. But it's not like super overpoweringly hot. But I don't know about sweet potato chips though. I mean, it's interesting that I get the sweet when I'm chewing, but the heat when I swallow. It's like they don't come together. You get the, when you're chewing, you get the sweetness on the front of your tongue, and then when you swallow, the heat kind of comes up the back of your throat onto your tongue. It's a very weird sensation. The thing is, I'm not a huge fan of sweet potato chips, like those IHOP ones we tried a while back. I feel like potato chips ought to be, or chips in general, ought to be like a savory experience. See, they're sweet, I'm swallowing, and here comes the heat, up the back of the throat, onto the tongue. So they're not bad, they're not awful. These probably will get finished. I don't think my wife will eat them because she doesn't like spicy stuff. But again, it's a different kind of spice. It's not like your whole mouth burns spice. It really is like, it comes up the throat and is centralized mostly on the tongue. There's a little heat around the mouth, but mostly it's staying on the tongue. But I'm not a big fan of sweet chips. I don't think I would ever buy them again. But they're certainly an interesting experience. Now, the pretzels could be nothing. Pretzels, I think, lend themselves to sweet applications much more easily. Your chocolate dip pretzels, your yogurt dip pretzels, and so on. Let's try a mini pretzel. Getting the sweet first, followed up by the heat after, and then the heat is actually starting to spread around my mouth a little bit more now. I think just because I've eaten, I think 3 of those and 1 of these. Try a couple more. The pretzel flavor is nice. The pretzel flavor is good. It mutes a fair amount of the sweetness. These don't taste as sweet as maybe because there's like less surface area and therefore less honey powder is sticking to a pretzel than a chip. Less of it touches your tongue when you put it in your mouth. Or the pretzel just is a stronger flavored snack. But I think I kind of like that better. It's not, the honey flavor is not as front and center, I feel like, on that. The heat is also lesser, I think. I mean, obviously I have some heat in my mouth from eating the chips, but I feel like you're getting less of the honey powder when you eat these. I'll actually be a little surprised that there's not a big like powder or puddle of honey powder at the bottom of this bag when I'm done. So I don't know, I mean, you could do something with that, I suppose. I don't know what. Probably just tip it in your mouth and get a whole just blast of salty, sweet, spicy feeling in your mouth. It's gonna be crumbs down there too, so it's not like there's, you know, just gonna be just the powder. But yeah, the flavor of the Mike's Hot Honey is not as well pronounced on the mixed minis as it is on the chips. So it kind of depends on whether or not you like them, but I think I generally like pretzels better than potato chips. I'm not a huge fan of potato chips. I've said that before. I said that probably every time we do a chip video. I prefer like your the texture of your corn chips, your Doritos and stuff, more than I do the potato chip. Although these do feel like they're less oily than, say, like a Lay's chip, which is a nicer experience. Because I think that's one of the things I don't like about potato chips is generally they're very oily. And I don't know if that's because the powder here is soaking up that oil somehow, or if maybe Utz chips are just less oily than Lay's. But I do think if you forced me to buy one of these again, I don't think I would buy either one again. I think they're novelty. They're not like ooh, this is my flavor of the summer. Some years we have that. This year I've not found the flavor of the summer yet. It certainly wasn't the Mountain Dew Doritos. But I think this is definitely, the features, spotlights, front and centers that hot honey flavor more. But I think I just kind of like the pretzels better in general. Listen, I do think I like these better than, I definitely like them better than the IHOP Lays. Both, I think, in like texture and mouthfeel and flavor. I do like a little spice. I'm not a big fan of the sweet on a chip, but they're not bad. They're not bad. But I think I do like the mixed minis better. And that's a long time to spend on just a couple of bags of snacks. Yeah, Utz, Mike's Hot Honey, potato chips, and mixed mini pretzels. They're interesting. They're not offensive. They're not the flavor of the summer, though. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.